Hey everyone, it's Jamie from IndependenceStNola and Seasons and Ritual, and I'm here with my great friend Helen.
Hi.
The Crimson Cadaverous, and we're on location.
Yes, we're always switching it up,
Yes.
keeping it interesting, especially in this Aquarian age. We
Yes.
gotta keep ourselves guessing.
Yes, and so first and foremost, thank you to the very kind staff here at the Elysian Bar.
Yes.
At Hotel Peter Paul.
Yes.
Down in, are we the Marini or
Marini. Yeah, this is Marini.
Your kicking grounds, your stomping
Yes.
grounds. Okay, so we are coming off this Aquarius dark moon.
Yes. And really just an Aquarian weekend, you know,
I'm
because the Aquarius season started on Friday,
Yes.
Aquarius new moon on Saturday, today's Sunday, and we've got Uranus, you know, of course,
Stationing
Aquarius
direct,
ruler,
yeah.
stationing direct, so very Aquarian energy, very future, moving forward.
Bringing that air in.
Yes.
Some fresh air.
Yes, some discernment for the collective.
I like it.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I like it.
Okay.
So now we're in the future next week. You know, it's like here we are.
Yeah,
right?
we're talking about the future. This is very Aquarius of
Yes.
us. Okay, you guys. So we start on Monday, the 23rd. The moon will still be in Aquarius in the morning.
Yep, finishing up that, you know, new moon kind of energy. We could probably still set some intentions.
Yes. Please keep setting
Yeah.
intentions.
I mean, always set intentions.
Yes,
But
especially with this new moon, and it will be
Yes.
conjunct Saturn
yes.
and Venus, because Venus is in Aquarius
Yep.
and Saturn is in Aquarius.
Yep, and they're actually making a conjunction today on Sunday.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah,
then
that's
they just
right.
the moon kind of meets up, merges energies with both of them tomorrow.
Right. And so, again, this is still that good time to start going over in your mind that conversation, you know, actually to show you are worth something being your authentic self. That's how I
Yes.
see it.
Yes.
And
Definitely
so,
getting to our authenticity and building a foundation on that authenticity.
Yeah.
Not on what you think someone else wants you to be or
Right.
wants you to have
or how you should be expressing yourself.
Right. No
and
need to keep up with the Joneses anymore.
No, the Joneses don't care.
Yeah.
And if
They're worried about what they're doing.
yeah, and it's important. And I was kind of thinking about this today. Like, it's really important to, like, you've got to do it for yourself.
Yes.
You know, especially in this
Yes.
day and age when accountability is coming in.
Mhm.
Okay, trust me, it's coming in. We're seeing it. But a lot of times, if you don't quote unquote do something, you're still pretty much okay. You know, so it's really important for you to want to do this for yourself and see the
Yes.
value in that.
Absolutely.
And I do feel like that's that moon in Aquarius conjuncting Saturn and Venus. So look at the
Yes.
party. It's like the moon, sun, Saturn, and
Yes.
Venus, and they're like sitting in a tiny table. Like
and
we are.
all in Aquarius, which is great because again, it's a very intellectual, discerning energy.
Yeah.
So you know, we're not having to slice through any emotions,
No.
you know, and like the uncertainties of that. It's like we're very clear on what we want, what we need to build our lives on,
They're playing
what our values are.
right, and they're playing the fifth dimension.
Yes.
The age of Aquarius.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dawning of the age of Aquarius. They're all hanging out together. Yes.
Having a good time.
It's lovely.
Okay, so on the last half of Monday, the moon will move into Pisces.
Yes.
And remember, Pisces is ruled by Neptune.
Mm-hmm.
And on that day, Neptune will conjunct Vesta, who
Yes.
is a asteroid.
Asteroid in that belt in between Mars and Jupiter.
Mm-hmm.
And she represents our inner flame, our home hearth.
Okay.
So with her, the way I think about her, especially with her being in Pisces,
Mhm.
it's almost like lighting up our dreams,
Yes. Okay. Also, too,
shining a light on our
Yeah.
unconscious. Yes.
and also, I was going to say what you said, like the home hearth, right? And so
Yes.
we have the Vestal Virgins,
Mhm.
and so the Vestal Virgins would keep the fire burning for Vesta, and they would sweep and keep things clean in
Yes.
the thing. So this, to me, also speaks about us, kind of like a virginal energy about
Yes.
like this rebirth.
Mhm.
Am I making sense? Am I
That
making
definitely
sense?
makes sense,
Okay.
especially with the conjunction with Neptune, because it's like it's almost like kind of washing things away,
Yeah.
like kind of like
Because
almost
Neptune
like
and Pisces is dreamy.
like a baptism.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's not like I mean,
Yeah, I
you know,
know,
whatever.
right.
But you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
something like you're kind of like, you know, submerging yourself in the water into that intangibility. And that's almost how we're going to relight our fire.
I think that's a great way to put it too, especially coming in where we kept talking about this karmic turning point.
Mm-hmm.
And then Vesta right next to Neptune and Pisces, right? So it's like this new beginning again
Yes.
of our fires,
Mhm.
right? So it is a rebirth. It is
Yeah.
bring in this, after this conversation, you can bring in this the intangibility, if you will, of your
Yes.
dreams and be
Mhm.
like, yeah, actually I can do these, my dreams, because I just
Yeah.
had a great talk with Saturn and Venus and the Sun, and we're starting some new shit in this age of Aquarius. So let's dream. Let's dream.
Yeah, let's dream big.
Yeah. So Tuesday, the moon will still be in a Pisces.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you want to talk about on Tuesday? Anything?
I mean, I think the really important thing actually that day is that the Sun is forming a sextile with Jupiter.
Okay, so the Sun, who is now in Aquarius.
Yep.
Yes.
So air sign, Jupiter in Aries, which is a fire sign.
Yeah.
So very masculine energy, and both Sun and Jupiter are masculine as well.
Yeah.
But they're both very jovial. Of course, Jupiter, of course, is jovial.
Yes.
Very jovial, enthusiastic energies. The Sun and Jupiter is like shining bright, big,
Right.
Big, shining, bright energy. And the sextile is harmonious. So it's almost like the Sun is our authentic self. Jupiter is, it's something getting bigger.
Right. Let's get used to this idea, right? Because Aries is the instigator. I mean, not the instigator, but the
initiator.
Initiator. Thank you.
Can be the instigator sometimes.
Yes, can be. I know lots of Aries. But yeah, the initiator, right? And that still just goes back to this theme of new karmic point, like new way of being, new way of dreaming, new way of seeing yourself. This baptism.
And we're definitely going to see the sunny side of things on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Because Jupiter can never see the negative side of anything.
It's always there with a joke.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move into Wednesday.
I'm excited for Wednesday.
Okay, so in Wednesday, the moon will be in Pisces.
Yes.
Okay, what do you want to talk about first before we talk about moving into Aries?
Well, I think we want to talk about, first of all, Wednesday, we have 4 different planetary bodies forming conjunctions with the moon.
Also, huge. Wednesday's my birthday.
Oh, yes, it is.
Oh, yes.
I should
Cheers to you.
that.
Cheers
Happy
to me.
birthday.
Cheers to you.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
cheers. Yeah, we did this. We
So,
did it,
oh,
folks.
then that's a really fun day.
I
for
know,
your
I
birthday.
didn't even recognize, when we were like chit-chatting, and it wasn't until right now when I was looking at the day.
Oh, yes. Well, that's a lovely day for a birthday because
party.
it's like we're going from the very tail end of the moon, or the zodiac cycle with moon in Pisces, and then moving into Aries, the very beginning. But then again, all these energies that the moon is merging with on that same day, it's really interesting to me because, of course, we already had the Neptune conjunct Vesta on Monday, but then the moon is revisiting those energies when the moon forms conjunctions with both Neptune and Vesta.
When it goes into Pisces.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think we're feeling a little more at home with those energies, that fire that we've been stoking.
Okay, good.
It's going to feel like it's actually our fire that we're stoking at this point.
Okay.
And then, of course, the sextile with Pluto is going to be like whatever transformations need to happen for that to feel natural to us are going to be easy.
And so you guys, we were talking about that moon, the moon in Capricorn had that conjunction with Pluto before it came. So Pluto is at 28 degrees of Capricorn right now. And it's
nearing an anaretic degree.
Right. And so it's going to stay there until it moves into Aquarius.
Yes.
In March.
Yes.
Okay. So this Pluto in Capricorn, Pluto is just hanging out in Capricorn at that end of Capricorn. It's a big deal. So when those planets, go by there and like, hey, buddy, hey, how's it going? They're bringing that energy. And so the moon will be sextiling, which is that good energy, that Pluto, who's in Capricorn, that it kind of touched on earlier in the week. So.
It's making it a little easier to work with that energy when it's a sextile because it just kind of flows.
Right. And so if you guys were feeling just like devastated and angry earlier, now coming back around, you're like, oh, wait, I got this.
Yeah. It's just like there's kind of almost like a... where
nice
we kind of let something go a little bit.
Yeah, because then later in that day, the moon will move into Aries.
Right, so starting off a new zodiac cycle, so to speak.
Because the zodiac sign, we always say Aries is the first sign in the zodiac.
Yes.
Yeah. So it moves into Aries. It'll be conjunct Jupiter and Juno.
Yes, and I think it's important to remember that Jupiter and Juno are husband and wife.
Yes, I forgot that because it'd be Hera and
and Zeus. So what I thought was really interesting about this is we keep talking about the divine masculine, the divine feminine, right? They are the divine masculine and the divine feminine.
They need to be
because they are divinely placed as gods.
Yeah.
So if we think about them, if they're forming a conjunction in Aries, we're starting something new.
Right, which is divine energy because they were pretty shitty.
Right, they were. Especially, I mean, come on, Juno didn't even get her own planet.
Oh my word!
Come on.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys know all the stories.
Yes.
About Hera and Zeus.
Oh yeah. It was definitely toxic. It was definitely very Jerry Springer.
Oh, gross.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we're not doing that anymore. That was back in the 90s. We had Jerry Springer back in the 90s.
Right.
It's 2023.
Yeah.
We're moving on. And Jupiter and Juno are now in Aries. They're starting something new.
Yes.
And they're realizing, especially Juno, is realizing to be in a partnership doesn't mean to be in a partnership with someone else. It means to be in a partnership with ourselves.
Very good. Yeah.
So that however we interact with anyone, it feels natural for us.
Right. Juno's bringing it home to herself first.
And I think we're locking in that energy where we are welcoming a truly divine masculine, a truly divine feminine in ourselves.
Yeah.
And not going, I need to look for it in someone else.
Right. That's beautiful. And I agree 100%.
And sextile the sun, true to ourselves.
Right. That's what I'm going to say. Because it is fitting in with that theme because it's sextiling the sun. And that sextiling, how many degrees is that?
60, so 2 signs.
So, and the sun is in Aquarius.
Yes.
Right, and so she's lighting up Juno and Jupiter together in this
moving
new...
us forward.
Right, in this new, like, you're good together.
Yes.
You've got we've got masculine and feminine inside of us.
Yeah.
And that's going to be huge.
And again, I think I truly mean, like, truly divine, where it's like, these are supposed to be the gods.
Yeah.
And they're supposed to be the example to us.
And they were awful examples.
Yeah. But I think we were all awful examples to each other.
Right.
So
we're
moving forward.
We're moving into this new energy.
Yeah.
Okay, Thursday the 26th, the moon in Aries.
Yes.
Okay.
Sextile Mars. So Mars is, of course, ruling Aries. So it's like a very, charged, powerful, let's get moving kind of energy.
Right. And Mars is still in Gemini, you guys. And Gemini is
forever.
that, I know, forever, for reals. But Gemini is an air sign. Aquarius is an air sign. So
Fire
it's
sign. Oh, no, you said Aquarius. Excuse me, sorry.
It's okay.
I thought we were talking about Aries.
Yeah, it's okay. The coffee's hitting.
Yeah, I know, right?
So Mars rules Aries.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. And I'm saying, and Mars is in Gemini. And Gemini is an air sign.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. So, and the sun is in Aquarius, which is an air sign. So it's still lighting up this new way of thinking.
Yes.
This new way. It is that unity consciousness that I always see Gemini as now.
Yes.
And so if things are coming up that are duality, it's important for you guys to see it and then say, okay, how can I go higher?
Yeah.
Or what is another option?
Right. What's the higher octave of this energy?
Yeah. So keep going higher.
And that square to Mercury speaks to that too, because it's forcing us to think higher.
It is.
Because Mercury in Capricorn is like, all right, let's be the boss of things. Let's get down to business. And let's not be silly.
Right. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
And Mercury rules Gemini.
Right.
Right. So it's all working together, even if it's a square.
Right. Then we've got that conjunction with Chiron.
And so what is Chiron being conjunct to?
The moon.
Okay.
So we've got the conjunction with the moon and Chiron. So Chiron, the great healer, teaching us how to continuously heal our eternal wounds.
Right. So if you see something that before you were like, oh, made you feel bad about yourself, or you thought you're going to probably be like, you know what, no one cares anymore.
Yeah.
Or bring it to that higher. Yeah. Okay, also on Thursday, Venus will move.
Pisces.
Yep, she will move out of Aquarius and move into Pisces.
Yes, and she loves being in Pisces. I can't emphasize enough, if you're a creative type of person, which we all are.
Yes.
She loves to help you with that kind of stuff. I would definitely call on Venus and Pisces during this time period. She'll be here for, about a month or so.
Yeah.
And she loves beautiful things. She loves creativity.
She likes dreaming.
Yes, she loves to dream of big things. Like, you've got a big project you want to come up with, like, a whole, like, concept album or something. Right. Let Venus and Pisces help you.
Yeah.
Yes. Because she doesn't care about the limitation. She's like, let's jump into the intangibility of the beauty that could exist.
Right. And she sees the worth in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's definitely like a spiritual creativity that comes through with Venus and Pisces.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it is good too, because it does balance each other, because Venus rules Taurus.
Yes.
And Taurus is Earth.
Yep.
And Pisces is like
Yeah.
watery out there. So,
Yes.
but so it can be balanced, you guys. It's
Yeah.
not just like completely out
It's
there.
not completely wishy-washy.
No.
There's some anchoring there.
Yeah, yes. Yes. Okay, so Friday, the moon in Aries will be conjunct Eris.
Eris,
Right? And Eris
yes.
is still in Aries.
Yeah.
Aries and Eris. That's a good tongue
She'll be
tie.
there for another 20 years or so.
So good. It's good to know, because I didn't know how fast or slow she moves.
I mean, God, we barely know about her.
That's true.
2005, before anybody even discovered her, so.
That's true.
Yeah.
So I don't feel so bad.
Yeah, we're still contemplating her energies.
Okay, so Friday, Moon in Aries will be conjunct Eris.
Yes.
So just know, if you are thinking about
Disruption.
fucking shit up, it's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
She only disrupts what needs to be disrupted.
Right.
So
Put it in a
that's-
higher.
Yeah.
Put it in a higher sense, because that same day, the Moon in Aries will be sextiling Saturn in Aquarius.
Yeah.
So that is like, why do I want to fuck this shit up?
Yeah.
Oh, because I need to bring stability
Right.
into some stuff.
Because it's almost like Saturn is our foundation, but sometimes our foundation gets eaten away by termites and it's faulty.
Right.
And maybe we got to start all over again, get a better foundation that isn't gonna be falling apart on us.
Eris just comes and kicks out a.
Right.
Be like, oh.
She's
exactly.
like, this is kind of falling apart anyway.
Yeah.
We got to do a new thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, and then later in the day, the Moon will move into Taurus.
Yes.
And then what's interesting about that is then it will start to, the Moon in Taurus will sextile Venus in Pisces.
Yes.
So again, bringing in some of that stability.
Yes, because of course, Venus's ruler is Taurus.
Yeah.
And so we're, again, pulling in that Taurus energy, that grounding, that stability, where, again, if we're dreaming big already with that Venus in Pisces, pull it down.
Pull it down
from the clouds and
Yeah.
turn it into something, because it's like the symphony can't all be in your head.
Right, you guys take lots of notes. This is a
Yes.
good month to take notes and write things down, because we are in this logical energy of Aquarius.
Yes, definitely. Can't forget that.
Okay, Saturday the 28th, the Moon in Taurus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this is
I know
a
you were
fun
excited,
day.
so I'll let you take this.
Yeah, so this is a good one. We've got some really interesting energy. So the Moon in Taurus is squaring the Sun, which of course gives us a quarter moon.
Okay.
And again, I always say we don't give quarter moons enough credit. We're always talking about full moon, new moon, which they're great.
Yeah.
But the quarter moons are where we take action.
Right.
So a first quarter is where we take action towards our new moon intentions. So
Right.
whatever we said, I'm going to do this. We've been gathering steam for a week or so.
Yep.
Now we got to do something.
Okay.
Whatever it is to kind of further that along.
Yeah.
So we're already kind of being asked to take action.
Right. Some movement.
Right. And it's interesting because we've got the Moon in Taurus, which is exalted. So when we have an exalted planet, that means they're an honored guest.
Okay.
So it's almost better than being at home. It's like you're over at someone's house.
You're like
and
at your
there's
grandma's house?
Yes. And
Okay.
grandma's like, here's some cookies.
Yeah,
here's some this,
Yeah.
like put your
Thank
feet up,
you. Yeah.
all that. So we're really comfortable there.
Yeah.
We're feeling real good. But then that Sun in Aquarius comes along and wants to almost like push us out of the nest and say, it's time to fly. Because
Yeah.
of course, air sign, Aquarius is an air sign.
Right. I was thinking so then you have to go and rake your grandma's yard. You know
Yes,
what I mean? 'Cause she's so
yes.
happy you're there. You're like, yeah. She's like, oh, the golden child. And then
Yeah.
you're like, well, I gotta keep up. Why I'm
Yes.
the golden child? It's because I'm gonna go rake your leaves.
Exactly.
Mama.
So we gotta rake the leaves. And so we're being pushed to kind of, basically, in my opinion, embrace our destiny, because at the same time, we have the conjunction with the North Node and Uranus.
Right.
So Uranus, something different. We're shifting, something new's coming in.
Bringing in the cosmos.
Right. North Node is our destiny, the direction we're moving towards. So we're moving towards something that's different for us. But we are moving there. That square is moving us there, whether we're ready for it or not. It's coming.
And I think it's also very interesting, going back to what we talked about off camera, about how the Great Conjunction in 2020
Yes.
and 2020 started bringing in all this air.
Yes.
Okay, and so now we have the Moon in Taurus, and before, the Great Conjunction always happened in Earth signs.
Yes.
And so now we have this air energy coming in, and so this Moon in Taurus is getting squared by that Sun in Aquarius, which is
Yep.
like, okay, we're lighting up this air energy.
Yes.
We're moving up this Earth. We're lighting up the Earth. So things that maybe seemed set in stone,
Yeah, not anymore.
not anymore, friends, not
And
anymore.
especially because this whole energy that we were just talking about means that the Sun is also squaring off with the North Node.
Right.
So that means
it's an intelligent conversation.
We're basically being pushed to be true completely to ourselves.
Yeah.
And that anything else is just not going to do anymore, and we got to move forward.
You guys, and this is like a feeling, you know, it's not like you're just going to wake up. I mean, maybe, I don't want to say never, but you might wake up and be like, holy shit, this is it. At the same time, these are energies coming in, and a lot of time in our 3D selves, it's got to metabolize.
Yeah.
So we're putting it out there just so to let you guys know this is coming in. So if you just be like, you might wake up that day and be like, today sucks, I hate everything. Okay, it doesn't mean you missed it. Okay,
Right.
It just means yourself is working out some other stuff to let
catching up.
Yeah, to let this come in. So just know.
We've had a lot of shifts recently.
I feel like in the last 16 hours.
Yeah,
but,
pretty much.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So you guys, so this is good. This is good. Just know, like, if you guys are feeling, stuck or just, it's okay. This is a lot of energy. Like, we're excited about it.
Oh yeah. This is almost kind of like excavator energy, like kind of
just had a lot of coffee, so we're real excited.
Like loosening up the dirt,
Right.
like kind of moving things around. We're definitely moving things around right now.
Yeah. So I'm glad we're doing this together.
Yes.
And together.
Yes.
Okay, we made it to the end of the week, Sunday.
Yay.
Okay, we're starting out. The moon will be in Taurus.
Mm-hmm.
It will be still squaring. The moon will be squaring Saturn and Aquarius.
Yes.
At the same time, it will be sextiling Neptune and Pisces. So, this moon is sitting in Taurus. She's looking across. She sees Saturn and Aquarius. And then she's like jamming with Neptune and Pisces.
Yeah.
Right? And so, this is again bringing in that energy of what's stable and what's dreaming.
Yeah.
Right? So, just let it do its thing.
Yeah. And I think the best thing to do with this energy is let yourself intangibly build, if that makes sense.
Yes.
It doesn't make sense,
No.
but I think we almost have to just release to that maybe that doesn't make sense.
Right, because the thing is, you guys, we are living in a paradox. These are paradoxical times.
Yes.
Okay, it's not cut and dry. There are things that are going, I can't say the word paradox enough. Okay,
Yeah.
and so that's just going to be happening. It's just important for us to keep figuring out who we are and how we're moving through it, as both these things, or however many things are happening at the same time that don't seem to be making sense. They're not fighting each other. They're finding a way how they can get into harmony.
Yeah.
So
It is interesting, because we have a lot of harmonizing energy on that day.
Yes.
The only thing that is a challenge, so to speak, is that square with Saturn, but we've got sextile Neptune, trine Pluto, Sun trine Mars, Mercury trine Uranus.
Okay.
So they all are big energies, but they're all trying really hard to work with one another.
Right, and so that square again, because Saturn's over it. Saturn wants to be remembered
Daddy
as
Saturn.
Yes, I'm here to help.
Yeah.
So
y'all didn't go do your homework,
right,
so now I'm
so-
here to kind of
right.
bring the
I just
bring
see
the
him as
daddy hand
like a
in.
cat.
Yeah.
Swatting things away.
Yes.
Yeah.
Except for he's not doing it arbitrarily.
No,
Cats
it's
just
important.
do it arbitrarily.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Okay, we both have cats.
Yes.
Okay, so,
We think they do it on purpose.
Yeah.
But maybe a little bit.
Yeah. So use this energy on Sunday to really keep talking through those things, and then and you guys write it down. And then if you have to go back to it, that Saturn in Aquarius isn't going to let you guys get so far into something just to see it's not going to work.
Right.
But it's important to keep writing this stuff down.
Well, and I think it's also important to remember that, because we do have the first quarter moon this week, it's a week of tension.
Yeah.
Tension isn't a bad thing.
No.
We have tension sometimes with the rubber band. When we pull it back, it snaps, but that's how you get an action, basically, to have tension. And so, to me, this whole week is pushing us to where we need to be. And if we feel like it's rough, it's because we're not letting that happen.
Right. So just keep surrendering. Even when you said that too, I thought of a wind catching, a sail catching the wind.
Yeah.
And bringing up that tension in that rope. You want that tension to move things.
Right. We need that sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's tension and challenges, they're not bad things.
Mm-mm.
They're meant to move things along for us.
Right.
And the only time things don't move along is when we go, and go, I can't do this.
Right.
This is scary. This is hard.
Yes. And just know, some days are better than others.
Yeah.
Some days we do want to go in it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
There's times where I just pull the covers over and I'm
Yes.
I don't really care what the challenge is.
I know.
I don't really care. Whatever, Pluto, figure it out for yourself.
Yeah. And
I'm done, Pluto. We're doing this every day.
Yeah. So know that, you guys. These are things like to be aware of, but we don't have to actively work on this. That's the beautiful thing about astrology.
Right.
I think it's just being aware.
Yeah.
And how we can move with things.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a great week.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Every
week's birthday coming in. Yay.
We did it.
Yay. Solar return.
Solar return, baby. So yes, if you guys need.
Ooh, yeah, and you got all those conjunctions on your birthday.
I know.
Yay.
I think anyway, we'll talk about it. Okay. If you guys need to get in touch with Helen, how can they find you, Helen?
Probably Instagram's probably the best way, or YouTube.
Okay, at the Crimson Cadaverous.
Yeah.
And then the same with me, Instagram or YouTube or even my website. You guys can email me there. All right, you guys, have a great week.
Yeah.
If it turns out to be a shit show, whatever.
Yeah.
Sometimes
the shit show gets us to the star show.
I know. It's manure. It's helping things grow.
Yeah, manure helps things grow.
Okay, yeah. All right, you guys. See you soon.
Bye.